Welcome to BB Outdoors. In this series, I'm catching every species of fish in Ohio on hook and line. Thanks for tuning in as I bring you the rich aquatic biodiversity of Ohio to your YouTube feed by displaying all 181 species of fish found in the state. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey guys, what's up? It's BB Outdoors. We're continuing our quest to catch every species of fish in Ohio. Got a little bit of time today. Dropped my son off with my mom. We're gonna hit up a couple different spots. We're gonna be more or less, I think, running and gunning, trying to maximize our time to catch new species. A couple things we're looking for today. The spot that I'm walking to right now is one of my best sucker and buffalo spots. So we're looking for smallmouth buffalo, red horse suckers. The other thing that this spot, the more I think about it, despite never catching one here, I know they're within range and it's good habitat for the orange spotted sunfish, the Lepomis humilis. So that will be a good one to get. There's gar here. I've caught skipjack here. I'm gonna give it. Been sick, I got Lyme disease really bad, trudging through these weeds like I do. But I think today is gonna be a good day. Hopefully we're gonna add some new species. We're starting off, it's 43 species, which is where we left off after that trip that Cody and I took to Northwest Ohio. Managed to add a couple there. Who knows, maybe we'll add a couple today. A couple of the sucker species should be pretty easy to get. Potential for carp, flathead, a bunch of other stuff. So let's get to the fishing spot, get some rods in the water, try to catch some new species. Stay tuned, thanks for watching.
Oh yeah, we're already getting a hit on that one. I think it's just a sunfish. There's a lot of sunfish in here. We do have a sunfish coming up. What is it? Well, it's not the one we want. It's just a bluegill, the Lepomis necrocarus. We're looking for the orange spotted sunfish if we catch any sunfish today. So we'll see. There should be some in here. This is good habitat for them, but I might have to fight my way through a million bluegill to get to them. All right, so while these rods are in looking for suckers, I got my Tanago set up, and we're gonna see if there's any interesting micros around here that we can try and get. I'm already seeing there's a lot of micros down there, and I'm not 100% on what they are, but I want to catch some and at least find out, because there are some micros in this area. All right, put the Cyprinella in the photo tank. It's gonna chill there for a second, and I'm gonna see what I got going on this rod, because it's definitely getting some action. Oh, there we go, fish on. Hopefully it's a sucker. I don't know, it kind of feels like a catfish. Oh, buffalo, buffalo. Nice, this is the first buffalo of the challenge. That'll be a new species for me. It looks like a smallmouth. He's dogging me too. Nice, we got our first buffalo for the challenge. Black buffalo, looks like. Hard to say without getting a look at it. All right. We have our first buffalo fish of the Ichthyobus genus. Some of my favorite native species. We have our first one for the challenge. Nice. Let's get him unhooked, identify him, and get a picture. All right, hook's out. There's our buffalo.
And I'm pretty sure this is going to be a black buffalo, the Ichthyobus niger. But I'm going to take some pictures and get a better ID so I know 100%, because they can look a little bit different sometimes depending on hybridization and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure it's not a smallmouth. It's definitely not a big mouth. So I want to rule out smallmouth buffalo before I make a definitive ID. Well, I just dropped him. Unfortunately, he went down these rocks. You guys saw that, but I'm still gonna say that's a black. Let me double check though. Yeah, without having it in front of me and looking right at it, it's kind of difficult to say exactly what it is because I did drop it. Hopefully we get another one to measure it against, but oh, we got a little green sunfish here just sitting in the water. I am gonna say that a species number 44, the black buffalo, the Ichthyobus niger, and my reasoning for that is, number one, just because how dark it is, right? Smallmouth buffalo tend to be a little bit lighter, and the mouth, there's certain ways that the mouth is shaped that made me think it was a black instead of a smallmouth. I'll go into more of that in detail later, but I'm gonna have to look at the images off of my GoPro and make like a final 100% determination. But field ID on that one, just from the time I had it in my hands, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's a black buffalo. So species number 44, we're working our way up the sucker, the catastomid tree. But there's smallmouth buffalo in here, as well as carp and other stuff, red horse, things like that. So we're gonna get this bait back out there and try to get on some more and up our species count. Still no orange spotted sunfish, but I've really been focusing more on these suckers. So it's hard to say exactly. I'm sure there'll be some other stuff coming up out of here. That buffalo is not the only one in here. So buffaloes, fish in the genus Ichthyobus, are really hard to identify when they're that small, specifically between the Ichthyobus bubalis, which is the smallmouth buffalo, and the Ichthyobus, niger, the black buffalo. So I posted a screenshot from this video on Facebook because I didn't really get a chance to review it and identify it to see exactly what it was. And it did cause quite a stir as far as people offering suggestions and people offering very unhelpful comments, right? As far as, oh, it's a sucker, it's a carp, right? No. The consensus seems to be that it's a smallmouth buffalo. And I'll give you a reason why I think that. Black buffaloes, which I've caught before, I'll show you a picture, that the lips are unreal. They're huge, very fleshy sucker lips, like no other sucker species. So I'm pretty sure, since I didn't see that level of fleshiness on the lips, and the shape of the body is more vertically oriented than cigar shaped, very likely that this fish is a smallmouth buffalo. There's always chances for hybridization, but I think the most likely option, and what I'm going to count it as, is the smallmouth. Had I had the chance to actually look at it and make that determination, I could be 100%. I'm going to say 95% smallmouth buffalo. So that's what's going on the chart as. All right, so this one I am going to go ahead and say it's just a normal spot fin shiner, the Cyprinella spiloptera. I don't see anything to indicate that it was a steel color shiner, although I will be taking the pictures home and analyzing scale counts and anal fin rays and stuff like that to get like 100% ID. But as of right now, not a new species. So we're gonna get back out there, see what micros we can catch, see what suckers we can catch, and probably give this spot another hour or two, just see what it's got in it. And after that, we might switch spots and go to another area where I'm targeting the scarlet shiner, try to get my first ever Lithurus. So we'll see, I'll keep you guys updated. Another big cyprinella here. Huge cyprinella. And I'm pretty sure that is a spot fin shiner as well. Yeah. Just another spot fin shiner, the Cyprinella Spiloptera. Yeah, that's Cyprinella wapelli, the steel color shiner. That would be a cool one to get. I've never caught one before. And they're native to this area, but they're very hard to distinguish between the normal spot tail or spot fin shiner, which we have tons and tons of, and the comparatively much rarer steel color shiner. That's why it'd be such a cool one to get, but I don't know, I gotta get it first so I can see what they look like. Whoa! Micro fishing. And this rod got a huge hit. Got him, fish on. This feels like a sucker. He's just dogging me. Ah, hybrid. Nice hybrid. Line broke. Let me get my hook back at least. I don't know how that happened. Broke it right off the loop. Yeah, he got out. This is a tough spot to fish, guys. Tough spot to fish because the areas you can stand are pretty limited. It's kind of like a sheer rock face. Let's put another hook on here. See what else we can get. I'm doing this fishing for the orange spotted sunfish. Has a good chance of getting me a spotted bass too. Spotted bass, there's a lot of them in here, and just a worm under a float's a good way to get them, especially a little small one. I don't need a big one. Now, obviously this bluegill's not what we're looking for, but like I said, I'm probably gonna have to wade through quite a few bluegills before I get my target species of orange spotted sunfish. But this is the kind of habitat that I think they're supposed to be in. You know, kind of slower moving, siltated, channelized streams, wood cover. I mean, this is a good place for them as any around here. I know there's not a lot of them, but there should be one or two at least. Hopefully I can find them. And I was having some video trouble, something about the files, the way my GoPro was saving them. It didn't save them well. So I had some, I didn't have others. You're totally missing the catch on this. You're about to see me catch a new species. Nonetheless, we got a little sauger, the Sander canadensis. This is not the place or the time that I expected to add this species to the list, but it works. I'm gonna have to get my pliers to get the hook out, but that's another new species for my challenge, species number 45, which is the sauger, the Sander canadensis. This is actually not a bad size one. I know they're in this river. This time of year, I just didn't expect to get one. I'm gonna get the hook out, get a picture of this guy and let him go, but that is another new species for today. Yeah, the Sander canadensis, aka the sauger, native to most of the Mississippi River drainage, which this is a part of. Related to perches, walleyes, very closely related to walleyes. Big difference though between sauger and walleyes. See how mottled and yeah, brown and black, almost looks like a hog sucker coloration, and these black dots on the dorsal fin. That's how you can differentiate. A walleye won't have those black dots, nor will it have the coloration or blotches that you'll see on a sauger. But that is another species for today. Very happy about that. Let's get those worms back out there, see if we can't get another fish. All right, let's load it up, hit the next spot. I think I'm not gonna go to the Lathura spot. I think I'm just gonna go to the Little Miami, the main stem, and try my luck down there. Because I bet I could get some more suckers out of there. But we'll see. I haven't totally decided where I'm gonna go next. Both rods in the water, baited up. Let's see if we can't get on a micro or two. Well, we got these rods in the water. And the same thing with this one. No idea where the catch footage went. It wasn't on my SD card. I don't know. Very strange. Another species coming up. All right, I do believe this is just a black red horse, the Moxostoma duquesnei. It's named after Fort Duquesne, which is the original name for Pittsburgh. Constantine Samuel Rafinesque's the guy we have to thank for this taxonomy. But that's a species I already have. So we're gonna get this guy revived and let him go. But love catching suckers. What a cool sucker that guy is. All right, I think it's just a black red horse. I did take pictures though. So if it does turn out to be something else, I'm gonna go home and do some scale counts and ray counts, and hopefully that can give me a good ID. Because there's always a possibility this is a new species. Could be a river or a greater, but the tail is black, which makes me think it's just a black red horse. But let's let this guy go, see if we can get on some other ones. And this is exactly why I always take pictures of fish that I'm not sure about, because I took a picture of this one thinking it was a black red horse, the Moxostoma duquesnei. Turns out I was wrong. Nice gentleman on iNaturalist, after I posted it, identified as a black red horse. He comes up, counts the lateral line scales, takes a look at the caudal peduncle, which is this part of the fish right here, and he says, hey, this is not a black, this is a golden red horse, right? This is the, what is it, Moxostoma, I'll put it up on the screen. I know it, I just can't remember it off the top of my head right now. But it's a golden red horse, which is another species to add to the challenge. So I thought I only caught 2 new species. That's why you take pictures, because you can always identify them later. This one happened to be, what is it, species number 46? The golden red horse. Speaking of getting rods stolen, man, I look over. I just sat this rod down to go catch that other channel cat. And I look over, like, where's my rod? This is another stinky old channel cat, I know. But this channel cat was dragging my rod through the water, pulled it right off the bank, and I never even heard it. Oh, look at that. Look at that drum right following it. That's oh, it's a drum and a channel cat. That's why. Doubled up, drum and channel cat. Oh. Got the brothers of destruction here. The gruesome twosome. The channel cat and the freshwater drum. Neither of which I want. Hey, it's not that big, but he wanted it bad. This might be my last fish. I'm probably about to get out of here. It's been a good time so far. What do we got? Drum? Yeah, a little drum. I'll leave it in for another 5 minutes, but probably about to get out of here. It's been a pretty good day. We added 2 new species, sauger and the black buffalo. two species I was actually looking for a little bit. The original plan today was maybe to go to Meldal, but I didn't feel like it. That's kind of got to be a Meldal type of vibe to go to Meldal, and I wasn't really feeling it today. I just wanted to hang out on Little Miami. So we caught a lot of fish, didn't get the orange spotted sunfish that we wanted. That's okay. Didn't really microfish that much. That's okay too. Adding two species is pretty sweet.